All right, we're gonna finish up with a little game, Rob. To stay or go. Okay,
Nice.
called to stay or go, and it's like putting you in the hot seat.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna have fun with this game, I know that, but we're gonna play it anyway.
Okay.
All right. As a Purdue guy, I'm going to start with your rival, the program you despise. You hate them. Archie Miller at Indiana. They are absolutely struggling. They were going to get in the tournament last year, but sneak in.
Right.
You got them Tuesday. It's probably like the make or break game to some
Super Bowl for both teams.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl.
Yeah. But, Tom Izzo is not going to lose his job if he doesn't win that game. He's going to be
pressures are different.
He may not get to 23 straight NCAA tournament appearances, but I love Arch. I do. I'll say it straight out. Like, I've known Arch for 15, 20 years, and I think he's a really good coach.
I do too.
I just don't think they have enough talent in Bloomington.
Yeah. I mean, their guard play is like Jekyll and Hyde. Al Durham, one game is good. The next game, he's not. Rob Finney has lost all confidence. Armand Franklin's out, with a foot. It baffles me, Jeff, because I grew up in the state. And I've said this so many times this year. I grew up in the state of Indiana, and I understand how much people in that state take pride in shooting the basketball from the perimeter. Like, it's literally all people care about, Like, everybody can shoot in Indiana.
Yep.
And I know that people down in Bloomington, they go to those like Bloomington South, Bloomington North high school basketball games. They're like, I'm watching kids shoot 45% from three from the high school line. And not that translates to Big Ten, but it's still just, it eats at them. I know it does, because they take pride in that, Like, think about Bobby Knight's teams. They could really shoot. There's a reason for it. The state is great at it. Indiana's lost 4 in a row. They've lost 5 of 6. You mentioned it. He would have made one NCAA tournament in 4 years. From a performance standpoint, I think Archie Miller would say, I am not getting it done. I am not doing what I was brought here to do.
He'd have to say that.
He'd have to, unless, otherwise it would be a lie.
You're 12-12 and you're 7-10 in the league. And the only teams you're looking at, down at are Minnesota, Penn State, Northwestern, and Nebraska.
Right. But at the end of the day,
yep,
Indiana owes him $10 million.
It's a lot of money.
If they fire him this year.
Yeah.
That is legitimate money.
Yeah.
So barring Mark Cuban or some other random Indiana donor that I don't know their name, I think he stays. Now, I think that his performance probably doesn't warrant that. And I think that he would even say that, because I'm the same way. I've known Archie since he recruited me at NC State as an assistant. I played against him when he was an assistant at Ohio State. I really think highly of him. I thought highly of his Dayton teams. When they hired him, I thought it was a great hire, because I was like, he's going to get them to play the right way and bring in his guys, and they'll guard you and, do all that. I think the $10 million keeps him around for one more chance next year. Now, if Trace Jackson Davis leaves, I have no idea how he's going to right the ship with that group.
Well, you know what? The only thing, Rob, the only saving grace for somebody like him next year is the one-time transfer rule.
Yeah.
That comes in, which it's probably going to. It opens it up. It just opens it up, and that's how you're going to be able to kind of change your fortune quickly.
Right.
You get a couple. Look at Louisville with Carlik Jones, right? You get one of those, and then add a couple more pieces and bring it. I mean, I had a coach tell me today, and he goes, listen, I'm done recruiting high school guys.
That is insane.
I'm not recruiting.
It's honestly sad. That is very sad to hear.
I get it, but
major?
Yeah, it's a high major, an assistant for a top 20 team right now.
You're telling me that if he could go get a guy like O.J. Mayo.
Well, he's not getting that. Okay, he's not a Kentucky. You're
telling me you could go get a kid like Evan Turner, 50th ranked player in the class of 07. Potential to be a pro, oozing potential. And he has an in on him. He's not going to recruit him.
He said, listen, I'm focused on transfers because they're going to help me win right away.
I am disgusted by hearing that.
Yeah. No, listen, I'm just telling you what he said. And
don't shoot the messenger, huh?
That's right. I mean, people do all the time. But anyway, all right, Archie, for me, boy, this is a tough one. It's a tough one for me. I'd probably give him one more year. I give him one more year and see, because, again, my take on a lot of these is You're coaching in a pandemic.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's been the weirdest year ever.
Yeah, it's just not fair. Now, again, I don't think they have enough talent right now either. Right? I don't think they have enough talent.
But I don't know if I hear what you're saying. Armand Franklin is a good player.
He is.
Al Durham on certain nights is a good player. Rob Finney, I think, has the talent to be a good player and used to be a good player.
Yeah.
You know, like I think that
they're solid. They're solid, Rob, but they don't have a
no, they're not special by any means, but like they haven't developed, you know. And I guess who does that fall on? That falls on the coach.
I would say this: when you look at talent, again, if you're ranking Indiana in terms of talent in the Big Ten, where do they rank? That's how I'll ask you the question. Where do they rank?
Behind Michigan, obviously, behind Illinois, behind Iowa.
Yep. Purdue's talent compared to Indiana's. What do you think?
Purdue's young talent is night and day ahead of Indiana's.
Yes.
And well, I mean, I guess Travion Williams and Trace Jackson Davis are a wash. I would probably say
Ohio State.
Ohio State's more talented. Wisconsin.
It's a wash. But
I would say Wisconsin is equally as talented as Indiana, like around that.
Yeah, I would agree.
So like I mean, I would say they're middle of the road. They're middle of the road of the conference.
Can't be that if you're Indiana.
That's true.
Can't be that. I mean, unfortunately, the expectations are, and they're not wrong. Like, again, I said it the other day, like if you're an Indiana fan, you're saying like we should be in the tournament 4 out of every 5 years.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, I'm not saying that it's 1980s Bobby
No.
But they should be going to the tournament most years, and maybe if you're rebuilding every 5th or 6th year.
Exactly.
But I do think that there's a good amount of their fan base that thinks that it still should be, 80s Indiana.
Yeah,
that's just not
delusional.
That's not the case. Like the state gets rated talent-wise by so many different people. All those kids aren't going to Indiana anymore. They used to get almost everybody. And I think Purdue kind of got the second tier and Gene Katie just coached them up and whatnot. But like there's exceptions to that. Glenn Robinson was not second tier in the state of Indiana, obviously.
No.
He was pretty good. But yeah, it's not the 80s anymore. And I think they have a hard time, some of their fans, coming to terms with that.